Yo, man. Welcome back to another episode of For the Love of the Game, Finals Edition. Fresh the night of, an hour later after one of the best Game 5 I've seen. One of the best Game 5 I've seen in the finals in a long time. Before we dive in, man, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And also leave a comment if these finals were as good as you thought they were going to be. I know a lot of people, I said earlier, a lot of people who were like, when it was 2-0, that the Suns might sweep them, Milwaukee doesn't stand a chance, all this, yada, yada, yada. Like, the finals aren't that good. A lot of people don't know the names. It's a lot of first in these finals. Whatever it may be, if your mindset, if your opinion has changed on the state of these finals, leave a comment. Mine didn't. I said that, man. You got to let stuff breathe. When Phoenix was up 2-0, that's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. And we go all the way back from having a 2-0 series leading Phoenix way to Milwaukee being up 3-2 in this series. And simply the last two games that Milwaukee has won have just been, we can't lose. It has been do whatever it takes to win kind of mentality. Last game, you got the Giannis block. This game, you got the Jrue Holiday steal. Jrue Holiday. I got the numbers. I've been talking about Jrue Holiday heavy because I think people don't understand that professionals are going to go through shooting slumps. That's nothing. You're going to go through that all the time. The great ones are able to also get out of slump. And just the players who are good or who fold under the moment, their shooting slumps are the reason that their team can't get over that hump. But there are some guys who you're going to live with their shooting slump because you know that, hey, he going to be there for us one day or one game. He's going to turn it on. I mean, Jrue Holiday in these finals, he had a 4 for 14 night. He had a 7 for 21 night. He had an 8 for 14 night. He had a 4 for 20 night. And tonight, in what was the biggest game so far of this series, of course, 6 and 7 are still to be determined. But so far, Game 5 being the biggest game of this series, he comes out and has 12 for 20, 27 points, 13 assists. He was the missing piece. Giannis, Chris Middleton, they have been doing their thing. They have been doing their thing all along. They just needed another piece to get over the top. They were able to win the other two without it, but they weren't going to be able to win any more in this series or win these series potentially without their third guy. I picked Phoenix to win this game. I got Milwaukee winning the series, of course, but this game, I just feel like they had let the two slip. So not that they lost anything because they lost them at Milwaukee, but it's not a series until somebody wins on the road. Milwaukee comes in, they steal Game 5 on the road. This just became a series, and the Suns did everything, bro. Like, it's so hard to pinpoint what the reason is why they lost. The Suns hop out. They're up 21-37 in the first quarter, right? That's what I felt like it would be. I felt like they were going to come out, hit them in the mouth. They missed, I think, 5 shots the first quarter. The whole first quarter, they missed 5 shots. They came out. Energy on an all-time high. The crowd was behind them. And it was basically a tale of two quarters. They went from ending the first quarter up 21-37, going into half 64-61. And that is also credited to Milwaukee because Milwaukee is a resilient team. Down 2-0 to Brooklyn, they come back, win that in 7. They drop the first one to Atlanta. They come back and win that in 6. Just dropped the first 2 to Phoenix. They are now up 3-2 in the series. If there's a word to describe Milwaukee, it is resilient. They're going to come back. They're going to fight. They're going to make adjustments. The biggest adjustment has been Giannis playing the big man. I mean, he had 240 points. He had 24, and then tonight he has 32, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Having Giannis come off of the ball has done so much for Milwaukee aside from just helping Giannis. It's also had Chris Middleton flourish and get more touches in spots he likes. Today we finally seen them abuse the Chris Paul switch. Phoenix was loving the switches that they were getting. Pat Connaughton, Brook Lopez, whoever else is out there, but they are feasting. They are loving those mismatches. Tonight, we seen Milwaukee say, okay, y'all gonna switch and put Chris Paul on Chris Middleton? That's not gonna work. And Chris Middleton was able to get to his spot time after time after time. 12 for 23, 29 for Chris Middleton. He also has 7 rebounds and 5 assists to go along with that. And then, like I said, I mentioned the 27 and the 13 from Jrue Holiday. This was the game you needed. 14 off the bench from Pat Connaughton. This was the game you needed. You needed a collective effort to walk into there, to Vivint Arena, into the Valley, and steal that game. That's exactly what you needed. As far as the Suns, I said it, man. You really can't pinpoint a reason why they lost. Everybody's big three was there. Phoenix was missing their third guy, okay, whoever that may be. DeAndre Ayton comes out today. He has 20 and 10. You're taking that for your third guy. Chris Paul had 21 and 11. Chris Paul had a crazy turnover bug in these last games. He had one tonight. The team as a whole had 8. The turnovers weren't the problem. The last turnover was the problem. I mean, do you question Monty Williams for not calling a timeout? I don't, because it's a 1-point game. Devin Booker has been extremely hot. Just came off a pin down 3 to even trim the lead. I love the decision to not call a timeout. You trust D-Book to get you a bucket there. That's just a great help defense. That's just a great defensive play by Jrue Holiday. To reach in, get the steal, and then for Giannis to run the floor, man. For Giannis to run the floor, there's so many little things in that sequence right there. It's that PJ Tucker was running too and started to slow down because he knows that Giannis needs to be in front. PJ Tucker could have kept running too because he was right there, right? But what you gonna do? You gonna throw a bounce pass to PJ Tucker or a lob to Giannis? So the IQ of PJ Tucker to also slow down, yet let Giannis come right downhill. Jrue Holiday able to throw it up. He's able to go get it, dunk it, plus the foul. Giannis is helping his legacy in these finals, man. Listen to me when I say that. He's having key, impactful plays in about every game throughout these finals, and he's on the good side of every one. He's not ended up on a bad side on one of these plays. Game 1, when he was still questionable to play, he had the knee injury, he had to chase down on Mikal Bridges. Then he goes for 40 twice. Then just last game, game 4, he's able to rotate, crazy, twist his body, contort his body, rotate, block DeAndre Ayton's oop. This game, he's able to catch the lob that kind of sealed it. He missed the free throw, but they were able to secure the offensive rebound. But he's able to get the lob that secures it. Giannis is really helping his legacy. This series is far from over, but I'm saying he's definitely gaining a lot of respect. You flip over, you go Devin Booker again. Giannis not the only person who could go for 40 back-to-back. Devin Booker said, let me do something. Devin Booker, 17 for 33. He had 40. He's the first player to drop 40 in back-to-back finals games and lose. But what can you do? I mean, the first one, game 4, late turnover by CP. Game 5, late turnover by Devin Booker. To me, it's just like Monty Williams said after game 4. Everything that has happened to them is correctable. They can fix all that. They climbed back in the game. They were down like 16 in the 4th. They climbed back in this to make this a game. And if you ask me, if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose with the ball in our best player's hands. So if you tell me I get a ball to Chris Paul at the end of game 4 and he's going to turn it over, I gave it to Chris Paul. If you tell me game 5, we're going to run a set for D-Book, we're going to get a ball to D-Book, he turns it over, I mean, you got to live with it, man. You put the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them make a play at the same time. Phoenix is saying just that. Like, y'all, we can't keep letting this happen, but we're right here. We're right here. We gotta clean up on maybe a couple switches, a couple defensive breakdowns. We got to take care of the ball a little more. But what hurts the most is that you got to get a shot up. In these last 2 games, their star players have coughed up the ball and they haven't been able to get a shot up. That is what hurts. When you got Chris Paul and you got Devin Booker, guys can get any shot they want. They're turning the ball over and not able to get any shot at all. So, game 6 Tuesday, I got Phoenix getting it, bro. I do. I think that Milwaukee's going to win the series. I keep saying it, but it'll go the distance. I think Phoenix, man, they're right there. They're knocking on the door. They played an amazing game tonight. there's really no reason. There's nothing to dive too deep into what they didn't do successfully. They played great. They climbed back in. Chris Paul got going late, but he still got going. They played through Devin Booker. He's on another planet right now. Truly one of the brightest young stars, and he's doing it on the brightest stage. But they have to figure out how to win. Okay? They got to figure out how to win, how to complete the game. They are throwing games away, and it's really costing them a series, and it's going to suck years from now if they look back and those turnovers are going to eat them up. So I expect them to come out with this same intensity, the same fire, the same passion in Game 6. But on the flip side, Milwaukee will be at home with a chance to bring it home, and they ain't won it in like 40 years, a chance to bring it home in front of their home crowd. Oh, you gotta love NBA Finals basketball, especially when it turned out like this. If we could get a Game 7, it's every fan's dream. I'll take a Game 6. I just want Milwaukee to win. That's all I got, man. That's your Game 5 recap. Again, leave a comment. Let me know if these finals have gained more of your interest. Has this gained more respect for you? Are you liking these teams? Would you want to see them again? Just drop anything. Let me know about these finals because they caught me a little bit by surprise. But it's the finals, so what you expect? You know what I'm saying? But look, that's it, man. I'll see y'all next week. We out. Peace.